Hello everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. Today is the Trinity Stamps Happily Ever After release, and we have a hop for you, a video hop, and I'm going to have all the information linked down below. But this is the stamp I'm focusing on today. It's called Bloom and Grow. It has a matching die, and then I have a couple of older sets previously released. We've got our Simply Sentimental Thanks and the Buttercup Blossoms and Dies, and then we're going to pair that up with some dies as well. So let's jump into what we're doing. I am inking up that darling little gnome from the Bloom and Grow stamp set with some blackout ink, and I'm going to stamp that down onto some Express It cardstock because I plan to do some Copic coloring. So I'll stamp that a couple of times, and now we can just jump into the coloring. And I'm going to put all the colors up on the screen for you, but we're going to start with our lightest colors. That's just how I color. I start light and go to dark, and you'll see as I go. But the color palette that I chose was nice and springy. I was so excited about it, and if you have not had a chance to check out all of the new goodies, you're going to want to go check it out. It definitely gives you the spring vibes, gets you ready for all those weddings that are going to be going on this summer, just all the things. So like I said, this is a part of a video hop. There is an Instagram hop, and there, of course, will be a prize. So like I said, all that information will be listed down below, and you're going to want to hop to the next person. I'll have that linked down below as well. All right, moving on, we'll color our rocks. I'm going to use some warm colors for the rocks, and I'll just bring in 2 colors for those. Just kind of keep that fairly simple, but I love, even though this is a smaller image, I mean, he takes up the full front of an A2 size card mostly. Great focal point, but there's so much detail going on. I love all the cute little flowers on his hat, and I've made a couple things with him already at this point, and the colors that you could choose and go with, you can just have so much fun. The one I did previously, I did some tags, and I'm going to have a video for that one up eventually as well, so stay tuned. All right, we've got our YGs for our leaves, and I'm just going to go ahead and make it simple on myself and color all the leaves the same color. You could obviously go crazy and try and pick different colors for different leaves. You know, like there might be some different, obviously there are different flowers, so those might have different leaves. And then I'm going to do some yellows for these particular flowers, and I'll bring in one other color for my darkest color. And I'm not going to blend that out. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. And then we're going to color our pots with this nice orange color. We've got our YR12, and I'll come in with some YR16. I do end up bringing in some YR18, but that's for the insides of our flowers. So we've got the nice color there. And then this last flower, I'm going to color purple. And we're going to bring in the rest of those colors that I've already used to decorate our little watering can, which is so darn cute. So we'll bring in some of that purple there. I typically like to stick to like 2 or 3 colors when I'm coloring something up, because it can become very overwhelming when you are coloring something if you grab in too many colors or try to think of too many colors. So I try to pick, 2 or 3 colors and stick to that scheme and then just go with it, which is basically what I did here minus the leaves. And so then we'll bring in our yellow here, and then we've got to color our dirt in the little pot. And then we of course have to color our little gnome. So I'm going to bring in some E00, and then we'll bring in some E11 just for a darker shade. And then for his beard, I brought in some of the T's. So I've got T3, and I'll blend that out with T1. Now we need to bring in the matching dies. I love that this set has matching dies for our main image and also dies for each of the sentiments. That's just fabulous. I love that. So we'll die cut that, and then I want to color this panel, or at least stamp this panel, with the Buttercup Blossoms. That was, I think, released last spring. So I stamped out a couple of those using some of that Goddess Green by Ink on 3, die cut those out, and I'm going to bring in the Modern Embossed Rectangle Stacks dies. I like that there are regular for the A2 and also for A7, so this is going to be an A2 card. So I'm going to stamp this on one corner, and this was already die cut out. It has a nice embossed edge. It's a little bit smaller than A2, so I picked the second largest of the rectangle dies, and then I'm just going to flip it, and we'll stamp that same image just in the opposite corner, And I'm doing that about 2 or 3 times just to deepen that color a little. And then what I'm going to do with the Buttercup blossoms that I've already die cut out, those are going to go in the opposite corners. So it's going to frame up our little gnome so nicely. I also die cut out from the Simply Sentimental Thanks. I did the pink in the shadow in pink. I also did it in black, but decided on the pink. And then I also stamped out or die cut the word thanks out of some white, and I'm just going to layer that up using my reverse tweezers. And then to put everything down, we're going to use some foam squares. I just figured that would be a lot of fun. So we're just going to put some foam squares even on the back of our little Buttercup blossom. I just love how these are going to frame him out. It's just so cute. Peel off the release paper on those and then just kind of line those up in the opposite corners. They'll overlap just a little, but I thought this was fun. You could have done this with, you know, even die cut out a couple more of those, and that would have been fun, instead of stamping right on there. Now I have to add some splatter, so I've got some gold. There is a smaller sampling of these same colors in the shop. I'll have those linked down below. It's not the same like this, but it is the same colors. So I'll have those linked down below. And then I'm going to use some foam squares on the back of our darling little gnome, and then we'll pop him into the center of our panel. And then I'm going to pop up the word thanks as well. So I'll just grab a couple pieces of the foam squares and put that underneath our watering can, since that's where the word thanks is going to go. There's some really cute sentiments in this Bloom and Grow stamp set, but I decided to just go ahead and make this a thank you. And so we'll pop that down. And then I can get out my card base. My card base measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and I'm going to score that at, or 5 1/2 inches by 8 1/2 inches, scored at 4 1/4 inches, and then it'll be a side folding A2 size card. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. There's going to be a nice white border all the way around the edge. Even though this is a white panel, sometimes having that white on white is really nice. Just kind of frames it up really well. And then on the inside, I'm going to grab our gnome again. We'll ink him up with some more of that goddess green and just stamp him on the inside. That just adds a little something something to the inside without having to go too crazy. And he's cute in there. I love it. And that's going to finish off our card for today. So I hope you like it. If you did, please hit that like button and definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And again, be sure to head down to the description box where you'll find a link to our next hop. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye, everybody.